90% of Americans know someone who is gay, lesbian, or bisexual. However, only 8% of Americans know someone who is transgender. This leads people to turn to the media to find out what is and is not offensive when it comes to transgender topics. Since television is a common source of media, it is oftentimes influential, whether it is intentional or not. One TV show with portrayal of a transgender character is Glee. On this show, Unique, the transgender character, doesn't get many storylines, and the ones that do revolve around her focus on her being transgender and the negative reactions people have to her.
Well, if it isn't the Q in the LGBTQXYZ, who gives a crap? You want me to warm that seat up for you, sweetheart?
Hey, listen, we get it. It must just be hell hiking up that lovely dress at a urinal.
Just let me do my business and I'll go, please.
Oh, sorry. We're just curious how exactly you do that.
Don't be scared.
We're all guys here. Let's get out of here.
While scenes such as the one shown portray what is offensive, since most of Unique's scenes are similar, it makes it seem as if being transgender is the main focus in a person's life. Another TV show with portrayal of a transgender character is Orange is the New Black. Just like Glee, on this show the transgender character, Sophia, doesn't get many storylines, and those she does have also revolve around her being transgender. Examples of her storylines include her wife finding out she's transgender and trying to find replacement hormones when there are medical cuts in the prison. So while there are portrayals of transgender characters on television, the main focus of their storylines is being transgender, therefore making it seem as if being transgender is the main focus in a person's life. Magazines are purposefully eye-catching, trying to draw the attention of those waiting in line at the store. However, when eye-catching headlines such as "Why is Angelina turning Shiloh into a boy?" and "Bruce wants to be a woman" are seen, it portrays being transgender as scandalous and something that people should want to hide. The internet is another common source of media. A lot of the time on the internet is dedicated to social media. Facebook recently created the option to choose your own gender and preferred pronouns, showing people that it's okay to be different. Social media also allows people to connect with others all around the world. So if you don't know a transgender person personally, there is always the possibility of meeting someone online and finding out what they do and don't find offensive. Another part of the internet is blogs. There are blogs out there that believe that being transgender is a disease. However, these blogs are hard to find, even when specifically looking for them. Most blogs written about transgender topics are written by transgender authors, allowing people to learn straight from them what is and isn't offensive. So while everyone has their own preferences, you can get the general consensus on what is preferred. Some blogs are there specifically to inform curious people. Websites such as glad.org have sections dedicated to informing people about transgender topics. Like television, films are another influential type of media, whether they mean to be or not. In 1994, a film called Ace Ventura: Pet Detective came out, and in this film there was a comedic portrayal of a transgender character.
It's not Lois Einhorn. She's Ray Finkel. She's a man.
As you can see in the clip, once they find out that she used to be a man, all of the men who had ever kissed her can be seen wiping their mouths out in disgust. While this is supposed to be funny, it also portrays transgender people as disgusting. In a much more recent film, Dallas Buyers Club, which came out in 2014, there is another portrayal of a transgender character. The main character of this film is Ron. He finds out that he has AIDS and comes across Rayon, the transgender character, who has AIDS as well. Together they begin a buyers club and sell medication to those who need it. While they do have scenes that portray what is offensive, and being transgender is not the main focus of Rayon's scenes, just like in Ace Ventura, she is also used for comedic purposes. Advertisements including transgender people are hard to come across. However, there was a printed ad campaign called "I'm Transgender and I Live in DC." The purpose of this campaign was to normalize being transgender. They did this by having a transgender person describe what they enjoy doing in DC, and then at the end saying that they were transgender, to show people that just because they are transgender doesn't mean they don't enjoy the same things as everybody else. I couldn't find an American commercial that had portrayals of transgender people. However, IKEA released a group of advertisements in many different countries that portrayed transgender people.
Con amore, se un sorriso che tocca il cuore, inventiamoci anche un domani per volare, per poter anche sognare ciò che ancora sconosciuto.
While the transgender person is being used as an accessory to sell a product, that is the purpose of commercials, and the fact that there were none in America shows that Americans have a hard time accepting those who are different. While examining different forms of communication within the media, I found that ads are very rare, films normally make a joke out of being transgender and use it as a punchline, magazines turn it into something to be ashamed of, and television focuses on the negative reactions that transgender people receive. Therefore, the Internet, more specifically blogs, have the most current and accurate portrayals of transgender people.